just mute the intro because it was hurting my head. Welcome back to Live with the Roxy on this Sunday, May 16th. Question for you guys. And actually, I have one answer to this. In the history of the planet, or any planet, the history of the galaxy, the history of the universe. Is the universe bigger than a galaxy? There's many galaxies in the universe, right? In the history of all things, has a hangover ever helped any situation? Is there anybody who's ever been like, I'm stoked to be hungover right now? Anybody? Bueller? The one thing I can think of, and this thing's pretty big, the one good thing about a hangover, the one good thing is that it is the only thing that prevents a lot of us from drinking a lot more than we do. Like, the only thing that I can think of is that when you are hungover, the one thing you think of is like, all right, I enjoyed last night, but if I felt like this every day, if I felt like this all the time, I couldn't make it through. I remember when I used to drink every day. There were years of my life that I drank every day. I was not well. I was on drugs and I was drinking all the time. And A, the hangovers were not as bad as they are now. But B, when they were bad, I remember thinking like, well, fuck it. That's just fucking part of it. And if I'm going to be fucking hungover, then I'm going to get more drunk and hair the dog and I'm just going to figure it the fuck out. And now I'm like, this is inhabilitating. I cannot do my job the way that I need to do it. I also am not somebody who's like down to clown all of the time. I'm busy. I got shit to go, places to be, people to see. You can't just be getting drunk all the time. But boy, oh boy, is it worth it sometimes. If you can handle it, if you're how I'm lovingly going to refer to you guys right now as alkies. If you're an alkie, then if you can't do what needs to be done, which is say, all right, I can be hungover once a month, and that's it. That's my drinking once a week, maybe. But if you can't do that, then you don't get to participate. But if you can do that and you do get to participate, this one day of the month that you feel like this is like, I earned this last night. I certainly did. And I have to tell you guys, today, when I woke up, I was like, why am I feeling so hungover? I didn't even drink that much last night. And then you start to think about it. You put on your thinking cap and you think, or did I? And today, what won was, or did I? I certainly did. My mentor, Kevin, used to always tell me, the less you drink it, the better it tastes. He used to say that about beer, but he means it about everything. And it's so true because, gosh, every once in a while when I like really go out, I'm like, yup, that's the jam. That's the jam. I had fun last night. And so I'm suffering the consequences today, but I ain't mad at it. Although it's not helping. And that's what I mean. I wake up today and I'm online and there's just people sending me videos of people screaming in the streets to rape and murder the daughters of all the Jews. And I'm like, oh, usually I look at these videos, which are sent to me like every day. And I'm like, okay, all right. But today I'm hungover. And so I look at it and I'm like, I fucking can't with life. I can't. Being hungover makes me emotional. It makes me unequipped and able to handle things that I can usually handle. And then people are tweeting at me. Somebody who's a long time supporter of mine who I just don't understand what the fuck just happened started tweeting at me saying my number one priority is to kill babies. And it's like, and I don't think he was talking about Israel and Palestine. I think he was talking about me being pro-choice, which just has nothing to do with whatever we were talking about. But also, like, there's only so many days I can wake up hungover and be called a baby killer, especially because, and not that this is the fucking point, but especially because I've never even had an abortion. I'm not saying that puts me in a different category than anybody else, but like, in what world is my number one priority being, and having an abortion is not being a baby killer. So it's not the fucking point, because science teaches us that. But it's not like I even just like publicly tweeted about something. I've never even, it's not even, you're barking up a weird tree, my friend. And even if I had, which I haven't, because if I had, I would tell you guys, because that would be something that I was not ashamed of, because I fully support in women's right to choose what they do with their fucking body. And also, there's so many circumstances that we can't even think of. But I didn't even. So why am I waking up with tweets about people tweeting at me that my number one priority on the planet is that to kill babies? What the fuck are we talking about? And so that I'm hungover, people are tweeting anti-Semitic videos at me, and I'm getting called an Israeli left and right, which I'm not saying it's a bad thing to be an Israeli, but I'm not. I'm a Jew. I'm not Israeli. I'm Russian. I'm Hungarian. I'm Polish. I'm not Israeli. So I'm not what you're calling me and all of that. And I'm like, can you guys just chill on my hangover day? Come back tomorrow. Come back tomorrow. Like, you should get to X out like 5 days a month that are don't today. Just don't today. We all have those few days a month where it's like things hit you just a little more and you're like, can you fucking chill for today? I just woke up and I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm going to go get my tea. I'm going to start my day. Not feeling very good right now. Let me just ease into the day. And it's like, baby killer, Israeli. And then like, you should be raped and murdered in the streets if you are the son of or daughter of a Jew. And I'm like, oh my God, it's not even fucking 9 a.m. Like, just fucking chill for the day. So that's me today. And then I was like, what do I want to talk about on my show? And then I was like, I guess this. And then whatever the hell you guys want to talk about. So AMA, ask me anything. It could be about anything I just said. It could be about anything else. If I'm going to get heat for whatever on the internet anyway, I might as well be getting asked by things by you guys who I actually give a fuck about. So good morning, or more aptly, good afternoon, as it is 3 p.m. over here. And I've got to get my shit together for the World Girls tonight. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Getting your questions, comments, concerns to all of my favorite people out there. AKA those of you guys who don't wake me up by calling me a baby killer for just simply no reason. It is May 16th, which means our first Streamlabs of the day came through from Adrian Bailey, who said, hi, Roxy. I want to thank you and everyone in Live at the Roxy/World Girls community for their birthday wishes yesterday. I got drunk last night with friends. It was a great night. My question is, what has been your favorite World Girl episode? Love you, Roxy/RJ. Thanks, Adrian. Happy belated. I'm so glad that you had fun. Maybe you're feeling a little hungover today, too. My favorite World Girl episode is forever changing. It depends on like what you ask. What was the most fun to film? Which one I liked? Still, the whiskey one was amazing because it was on location. I really liked the doing the Thanksgiving one because I loved being with Adam and deep frying the turkey. The bottle rocket one was funny. The Twister one was really good. Yeah, there's been a lot of ones. I love doing the AMAs. That's why I'm doing it right now. Thanks for everybody for being in here. And thank you, Adrian, for the question. Moving forward in the Streamlabs, John Get Bent says, we all know you're the whiskey champion, but what are your favorite beers, wines, and rums, or any liquor you would recommend? All right. What are my favorite beers, wines, and rums? I am the whiskey champion. One of my favorite beers, I love Heineken. I really like Heineken. I don't drink beer ever because, not I don't drink beer ever. Like, I'll have a beer. But what I used to be able to do is drink beers. Like, instead of going out and drinking whiskey or tequila, I would drink beers for the night. I can't do that anymore. It makes me feel so sick. I can get through 2 before I'm like gassed. Like, holy shit, that's just too much fluid. And I'm so full and uncomfortable. So I don't really do that. But I like beer in general. So I really do like Heineken a lot. I honestly don't meet many beers I don't like. Except there are some. If I'm like going to be drinking beers, I'll do Coronas or Coors Light or anything that like I can sustain. I do like a Blue Moon. I like a Sapporo a lot. Depends on what I'm drinking and like what the situation is. But yeah, hopefully that helps on the beer front. On the wines, I love wine. I drink wine frequently. Wine is my drink of choice. I don't like white wine and I don't like rosé unless it's frosé and I'm feeling frisky. I love red wines. My favorite would be a Pinot. I love a Syrah. I don't like a Cab very much. Yeah, those would be my favorites. And then thank you for asking me this question when I'm hungover. Thinking about booze right now is challenging. Rum, I don't really drink very often. I like tequila, whiskey, and mezcal. For tequila, Casamigos Reposado is always my favorite. For whiskey, as you guys know, it's Jameson. And then for mezcal, I've been really into what Deke turned me on to recently, El Silencio, which is delicious. Yes, hopefully that helps with the question, and I answered it. Glenn Caesar in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/RoxyStryer says, hello and good afternoon, Roxy, and all your nicknames. I just am sending well wishes and thank you for still taking the time to hang out with us on this mid-May Sunday. Wow, mid-May. How crazy is that? I feel like we were just singing, it's gonna be May, and now it's mid-May. Peace, bunnies, hugs, and good stuff to you and yours, Grammy and Papo. Find what brings you joy and do it. Speaking of being mid-May, tomorrow is tax day. Get ready, y'all. It's going to be a fucking doozy. Glenn also says, RJ and everyone who shows up and gives their support whenever, however they can. When it gets tough, even if you're by yourself, you're not alone. Everyone who's battling, keep on fighting. You're a winner. You're kind. You're smart. You're unique. Showing up for people who need it and want it makes you dope as fuck. Being so unselfishly loving and supportive of others, including strangers on the internet or not, makes you humane and worthy. Your story is important, deserves to be seen and heard. Be most excellent. RJ and Rockstars, cheer to fuck yeah news. Love and laughter for us all in each of our days, our weeks, our months, and even our years. Let's go, Smets, and everyone fighting for today, tomorrow, and more. Hashtag smash cancer all day or a day. Let's just take a breath for a second there. That was a lot. Miles Cosgrove, Brett Hankerson, Jonathan Mackley, arrest the cops who killed Breonna Taylor, all three of them for killing Breonna Taylor. Hope today's the day. Justice for all the people who've lost their lives due to excessive force. Hashtag say their names. Thank you for sending that always, Glenn. Appreciate you. Appreciate all of you guys for being here live at the Roxy now. If you have questions, comments, concerns, anything you want to ask me, something going on in your personal life, you need some advice, there's some story that you just want to tell, there's a random trivia question you want to ask me, which you guys know I fucking suck at trivia. So maybe not on that one. Streamlabs.com/RoxyStryer. Jake Yakoveta put it in there, and I appreciate that. This week, I am coming back on Friday for Only Stupid Answers, which I'm excited that DJ and I are returning, which is great. That's Friday, 10 a.m. I'm also going to be doing SEN on Tuesday and World Girls on Wednesday and Sunday. And then also, I don't even know if we sent this out to you guys or we told you guys this yet, but for those who are patrons of the World Girls, we are doing a World Girl Patreon live stream tomorrow night. That's at 6 p.m. So we will keep you guys posted about that. Oh boy. So those are my places that I will be. I'll also be live at the Roxy every day this week, especially because, like I said, it is tax day tomorrow, and every single dollar that anybody who is freelance has in their account is very likely getting taken out, especially your girl Rox. So I will be here, and I will be loving you guys for all the support that you get in, for sure. Going into the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/RoxyStryer. Sir Joker 40 BFFS in the his house says, hello, Roxnomaly, aka Sissy, aka BFFR, aka Right Coast, aka Boston's Finds, maybe finest. Question, what are your favorite shoes, boots, shoes, heels, flats, etc. to wear? What would be your dream shoe? Joker Bunny Gang. The voice is fetched today. Be a fucking anomaly. Because it's a little raspier because I'm tired. So I totally fucking feel you on the voice thing. Anytime I sound like this, I think about Phoebe from Friends. who says, my sticky shoes, my sticky shoes. If you don't know the episode, then that reference doesn't make any sense to you, but that is how it feels today. My favorite shoes, speaking of sticky shoes, my favorite shoes, I recently have been on a sneaker kick. I never was a sneaker girl growing up. My dad was a sneakerhead, a crazy sneakerhead. And so I learned how much that can get you into trouble because like when my dad would wear like a pair of sneakers like one fucking time. Now he doesn't do that, but he loved sneakers growing up. But sneakers are expensive, so it's not an easy habit to have. But I love Nikes. I love my Jordans. I have 3 pairs of Jordans, so I feel funky fresh. I love white Jordans too, and the ones that I've been wearing recently are white with leopard print on the checks, but before that I was wearing this white pair with like the silver metallic, and I've got a black pair too. I love those. And then I love booties, the ones like I posted on my Instagram yesterday. I love heeled boots. I'm not a stiletto girl. I don't walk that well in heels. I'm very top heavy, and also I'm just always I at all times I want to be able to gallivant around, and any shoes that prevent me from gallivanting are fucking annoying to me. So I love heeled booties with those heels that are wide at the end, and I love sneakers these days. So that's Brittany says, "Oh, she feels funky fresh." That was cute. Brittany, oh, I'm just doing my best today. Doing my best. Andrew Thomas says, "Hey, Sexy Roxy, my birthday was good. Woohoo! I got a bloomin' onion burger from Outback on Friday. Damn, pizza on Saturday and Oreo cheesecake to celebrate. Well, 2 of those things had cheese in them. Probably the bloomin' onion burger had cheese in it too, so I don't know about all that, but I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I had a burger last night. It was fucking delicious. And fries and cookies. Yo, when you go, you gotta go sometimes. Like when I decided to have a noit, that's what we called it growing up, with an O, a noit, Noight. Like we text each other being like, "You want to have a noit? Oh, let's have a fucking noit." I don't know why, but if you're gonna have a noit, you got to give yourself permission to have a noit. So like last night, I did all of the shots, and then all of the drinks, and then all of the cannabis, and then of course all of the food, because it was a noit. It was a noit, but I actually did it in a very inexpensive way because I drink a lot at my place, which is the key to making sure that you don't go broke if you're having a noit. Sometimes you gotta though. Sometimes you just gotta have a noit. Oh, it's a fucking noit. That's the truth. Let me know what questions you guys have. AMA, streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar. John Gibb Bent says, "A bit for the tax fund." Hell yeah, John. I appreciate that. Also, have you tried any THC beverages? And if so, how'd it go? Yeah, I actually had one last night. I have some at my place. What the fuck are they called? I actually really like them. What is the name of the THC beverages that I get? I clicked them through on Mary Jane, so I forget what they're fucking called, but they are, let's see if I can find them. THC beverages. It's maybe with an A, like Artemis beverage. It's Tet Tonic, I know is the kind that I get, but I don't know what the brand is. It's called Tet Tonic Artet. I love Artet. They're 5 milligram CBD, 5 milligram THC. They are so yummy. The Tet Tonic flavor is delicious, and I really like them, and they go much better for me than edibles do. Like if I'm just looking to get high, I'm always smoking joints or my pen. But if I want more of that edible body feel, edibles don't really do well for me. And the Tet Tonic are fucking great from Artet. So that's ARTET. I don't know if they're just California or what, but these are the fucking shit. If you can get your hands on these, make sure that you try them because they are really good. Leonard Kim in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar says, "Hey, Dimple Tits, Roxy, glad to hear you had a fun night. It's well-deserved. What are your top 3 favorite bars in LA? The hair looks fantastic." Thanks, friend. Leonard Kim, my top 3 favorite bars. I was actually just talking about this with my girlfriend, Anna, the other day. There should be a bar called 30 and Single. I just don't know about bars anymore because all my favorite bars are bars that I used to go to when I was like 22 years old, and they have like sticky fucking floors and sugary ass drinks. Like I don't know what I have to find new adult bars because in LA the turnaround time is so quick and like I just don't really know I don't really know where to go where I feel like I'm with people that are not children. It's I don't mean children like underage. I mean children like they're not 21 and just out of college or in college even. So I don't know. I really like dive bars in general. I'm not a big pretentious bar person, although I'll fuck with a pretentious bar every now and then. But I haven't found there's a bar called Jameson that I love in Santa Monica because it's got like a Cheers style bar. But like I barely ever go. So and we were just in a pandemic. And a lot of things closed after the pandemic. So I wish I had 3 for you, but I really kind of don't. I like I could do it. I like Laurel Hardware in West Hollywood, but these are all restaurants too that also I get drinks at afterwards. Uh, I like grabbing drinks at the Comedy Store on the afterwards on the what the fuck's it called, the porch. Things like that. Things like that. But like there's just not enough bars for people who want to go out in their 30s and 40s and 50s and like in hey 60s 70s whatever the fuck you want to do it. I wish that there were more like that. Every bar I feel like is made for fucking kids. Mark Jason Ali with that big support in the Streamlabs. Fuck yeah, Mark Jason Ali. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Star says, hi Roxy, just showing support on tax day eve. Oh, thank fucking God for you. It's gonna be brutal. Hope you are doing well and the hangover subsides ASAP. How are Grammy and Papo? Glad you had a good night. Well deserved. Smash cancer. So what I will say, Mark, on that is, in case I don't say this enough, as you guys know, this is not a turn of speech. This is not a turn of phrase of speech, whatever the fuck it is. This is not a figure of speech. This is a fact. I physically could not have gotten through this year without you guys. I'm talking about emotionally, mentally, but yes, financially. This was my job all year. Going live 365 days is also something that I feel like was hugely important in my life and hopefully a lot of your lives, but it was also my job. And without this job, I would not be able to pay my taxes tomorrow. I would not. I don't know what the fuck I would have done. So, or my bills, or my anything. I would have been so fucked. So thank you guys for all the support that you've given me, not just today, all year long. Without you guys, I would be in so much fucking trouble. And for the support that you continue to give me, I'm so, so grateful. So thank you for that tax day eve support. In terms of Grammy and Papo, they're doing okay. Grammy actually went to visit Coronado this weekend. My cousin lives there and just had a baby. And so Grammy went down for the day for one night. I was so fucking nervous about it because usually I can barely get her to go to the center with me, which is 2 minutes from where she lives. And to get her to go to Coronado, I was just really nervous and I wasn't there. And you guys know I'm very protective over her, but it went really well apparently. So I'm really happy about that. And Papo stayed back with my uncle, which is great because then he was protected as well. And my uncle's been here for, I think, a little bit over a week, maybe almost 2 weeks, I think a week and a half or something, which has been incredible because also it just brings new light into them to get visitors and have people. And you always want to, if anybody is ever depressed or sick or anything, you want to have things on the books. This person's coming this date. This is an activity we're doing this date. This is where we're getting dinner on this date, whatever it is. Anything to keep people looking forward to the future, to keep things on people's horizons, that can be really fucking helpful. So just as a quick little Roxy's Advice Corner during this AMA. But I would love to hear from you guys. What other questions, comments, concerns? It's so crazy how, I don't know whether it's because of the YouTube algorithms or what, that I feel like, where the fuck are the rock stars? Where have the rock stars been? I don't know. I miss you guys. But the ones who are here, I'm preaching to the choir. Shout out to all of you guys. John Get Bent, Mark Jason Ali, Brittany Parker, Manny Gonzalez, Jake Yacovetta, John Bainbridge, Lemmy Kilmister, Doc Jabroni, yo, Scott Welsh, Matt Munoz, Sir Joker, Evan Hooker, Star Gonzalez, I'm just scrolling up with this hangover is difficult. The third turd. Joseph Ashley with that good art all the time. Melissa Byrne, B. Lee, my brandy babe. Garrett Lee. Chris Martinez. William Mason. A. Garrett says, you got this. Do I? Creeping East. Devish. Know that feeling. What, the hangover one? It's more than a feeling. It's actually not more than a feeling. It's just a feeling. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider. Any questions, comments, concerns? Would love to hear from you guys about what it is that's going on in your lives. If you are like, there's something I've been wondering about her for a while. Or, this random question just popped in my head. Or, how does Roxy think about this? Or what would she do in this scenario? Then let me know in the Streamlabs. That's the way it works. Evan Hooker in the Streamlabs. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider says tax day eve /hangover support. Hey, I'll take that hangover support. I do think that tea wildly helps a hangover. Getting outside wildly helps a hangover. Drinking enough water, eating food. That's what I have. I did wake up. I had a big chocolate chip cookie. You know, when you're hungover, just whatever sounds good, you're like, that's the thing I need. I was like, oh, God. Last night I brought home cookies, and there was just one left. It was this big chocolate chip cookie sitting on my counter, and I was like, well, looks like fucking breakfast to me. And I ate it, and every bite I was like, I want that. I want that in my belly immediately. But I haven't had that meal yet, like that greasy, fill your stomach, get rid of the hangover. That's what I gotta get that afterwards between this and World Girls. And we meet early for World Girls. We usually meet around like 4:30 on Sundays because we meet with our interns at 5 for a couple hours before we go live. I'm really excited for tonight's show. And we also meet just the three of us to talk about all the other shit that we got to get through. I'll talk about World Girls in 1 second. Before I do that, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider. Paul 3JP in the house says, Roxanne, fam, how's your Sunday going? Have you caught Hacks on HBO Max? Also, Hair of the Dog for that hangover, yo. Hey, we'll be drinking on the World Girls tonight, so that will be helpful. Have I caught Hacks? No. What is Hacks? I got to look this shit up. All right, let me see. HBO Max has some stuff coming out that I feel like I've been missing. I don't know, though. By the way, Apollo, I know you said you were going to the Comedy Store. Did you see Ellis on Friday? Hacks. All right, let's look. Oops, I spelled that wrong. How do you spell Hacks wrong? Well, you put a V in the middle of it, apparently, because hangover. Hacks is a show on HBO Max with, it's Jean Smart's show. I've seen the advertisement for this. She looks awesome. She's just getting warmed up. Started May 13th. Okay, so only 3 days ago. It says explores a dark mentorship that forms between Deborah Vance, a legendary Las Vegas comedian, and an entitled outcast 25-year-old. Am I the outcast? I'm not 25 anymore, though. Wouldn't that be nice? Jean Smart's a fucking legend. I should watch that show. Is it good? Or are you just wondering if I've caught it? Tell us more, Apollo. Tell us more. We've got questions for you. So going back to the World Girls for a second. Tonight, our show is shit that we shouldn't care about, but we do. The World Girls always, first of all, we're all very, very fucking good friends. So we're always talking about random ass shit. But we've been spending a lot of time recently talking about really important things, like what's going on in the Middle East, or politics, or our government, or whatever the fuck is going on. We're talking about it amongst each other because we're really good friends. We talk about that kind of stuff. And then every once in a while, in the middle of a very serious conversation, one of us will do something like what Steph did today, which she texted us and she said, this happens all the time with us. Every once in a while, which means like once a week. She's to hold the fucking phone. And she got an alert on her phone that says, Trevor Noah and Minka Kelly call it quits. And I said, I had no idea they were together. And D said, I was going to say I had no clue, but also she's hot. And that's the kind of shit that we should not care about, but we fucking do. Sometimes, like whether it's celebrity relationships or random ass stupid movies that are getting made or like a bizarre TikTok that we see. Oops. Sometimes we just really give a fuck about things that do not matter. And so I had pitched them last week. I was like, because we didn't know what we were going to do for Sunday show. I was like, what if we do shit we shouldn't care about, but do? Because we all have that stuff that we should not care about, but we randomly just fucking do. Like Bennifer, who we're going to talk about tonight. So we're really excited for tonight's show. In case you don't watch The World Girls, tonight would be a great night to start because you don't have to know jack shit about anything. Just show up and enjoy your time. It's going to be at youtube.com/theworldgirls, 7 p.m. That's our Sunday night time. And time is our Sunday night time. And we'd appreciate having you guys there. Bring a glass of wine if you are into that kind of thing. Let's go back into the Streamlabs here, though. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Matt Munoz said, I don't like cheese either. Ugh. How often do you order a burger or something and they say no cheese, but you still serve you cheese all the fucking time? Matt, this is the truth. This is what I've realized about cheese. People treat cheese like they treat salt and pepper. It doesn't say it on the menu. You know, like if you're getting chicken, it doesn't say it got salt and pepper on it, but it does. People treat cheese like, especially Parmesan, like it's a fucking spice. And it's not. And it makes me sick and I don't fucking like it. So it's so annoying. And often I'll order something and it has cheese on it. And I'm like, oh, it didn't say cheese. Or I said no cheese, got cheese anyway. And I hate sending things back because you don't want to be that fucking person. Just so frustrating. So I feel your pain. I feel it. Pink Sweets in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer says, OMG, hey, it's me. Hey, Pink Sweets. Have you traveled outside of the US? Where'd you go and where would you like to? I'm trying to go to Italy, but I'll wait till next year to do that. LOL. Have a good day. I have, Pink Sweets. The first time I traveled outside of the US was actually to go to Italy. I was 12 years old or turning 13. It was that summer. I had just been bat mitzvahed and my grandma was taking me to Italy via London. So I spent 2 days in London and then we spent 3 weeks in Italy. And the trip was bizarro for our relationship, which almost never mended. And finally, 18 years later, her and I feel like back on track. It was so incredibly nice and generous of her to take me there, but we definitely had a lot of kinks that we had to get out, a lot of issues in our relationship. And she had already been before, so she didn't really want to go and see anything. And I was, I'm sure, a bratty teen, and it was just like a fucking nightmare of a thing for our relationship. But the actual going to Italy was very incredible and eye-opening for me because it made me realize, wow, there's a whole fucking world outside of the United States and I want to travel and this is wild. And I was really blessed to be able to go. I went to Rome and Venice and Florence and went up and down the Amalfi Coast and to Cinque Terre, which was my favorite. And I really loved Italy. I loved Italy. I loved their food. I loved the people. I loved the culture. It was just so, so wonderful. And then I didn't go outside of the country again until I went to Mexico when I was 19 on spring break. I went to Cabo and that was really fucking cool. I did that twice and it was a blast. And Cabo is so beautiful and so much fun. And then when I was 18, I went to Israel. And I went on Birthright, which is a trip that you get to go on for free by your right of being born if you are Jewish. And so it was a 2-week trip to Israel. That was one of the most incredible things that I've ever done in my life. It was so fucking incredible to go there. And then when I was 20, my best friend was graduating. She was a year older. And so we backpacked through Europe for maybe 6 weeks. And we went all over the place, staying in hostels from everywhere we went back to Italy, we went to Spain, we went to Amsterdam, to Czech Republic, we went to Ireland, we went to Greece, we went to, I'm trying to think where else. I think it was 10 different countries, but I think it was 10 countries. We went all over the place. It was fucking incredible. 2 days here, 2 days here, 2 days here. So we never got to really whatever, like stay in one place for too long, but it was like a really fun backpacking journey with my best friend where every night we stayed somewhere. It was like $15 a night. You're eating food on the street. Like it's still expensive because of the flights, but like the cheapest way we could do it. And that was really cool. And then the last time that I went to Europe, my sister was in college. She was studying abroad there in Spain, and she was having a bit of a hard time. Not a hard time, she was having the best time, but she'd been gone from family for a long time. And I looked up flights. I really wanted to go visit her, and I had told her I would try to go see her, but with work, it was really hard. And there were really inexpensive flights, like 3 days before. And they had dropped significantly because flights are usually in the thousands and these were in the hundreds. And I was like, oh my God, for connecting. But I was like, fuck it, let me do this. And so I went to visit her for 48 hours in Spain, in Barcelona. So that's all the traveling that I've done. And I wish I could do a lot more. I would love to. I've really always wanted to go to Ecuador for some reason. It's just always stood out to me. I want to go to Thailand really bad. I would love to do just all over the place. There's so many places that I want to go. And I'm so lucky that I have been able to leave the country and travel. But it would be really cool to be able to actually, as a adult, because I haven't done much traveling in the last decade that I could really appreciate. Thank you for the question. It's cool to talk about. In the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, Sir Joker 40 again. Fuck yeah. Says, so I'm writing a presentation for the college I work at and the residential advisors, RAs. What is your favorite college memory from freshman year? Second question, if we were to co-write a poem, what would the subject of it be? #be an anomaly. My favorite memory from freshman year. Wow. What a tough question. Cool question. I went, for those of you guys who don't know, I went to school out here in Los Angeles. I went to USC. My freshman year, I definitely think like a lot of people, it was for sure, part of it's a struggle because I moved 3,000 miles away. I don't rub a lot of West Coasters the right way. I joined a sorority, and that was kind of a wild experience. And they had placed me in a dorm room by myself, so I didn't have a roommate. And yeah, that was all like, but it was still an incredible experience. I don't know my favorite memory. I guess going to the football games, but that was all of college. I loved tailgating. It was really fun to be able to, we had a wet campus and you would go and bounce around, and everybody was on football days, everybody was so lively and energetic and just excited to be there. So I loved tailgating for the Trojans. It was really, really fun. And then what would we co-write a poem about? Well, Sir Joker, I would have to follow your lead because you're the poet. So I don't know what we'd write about. I'd kind of listen to whatever you told me, and then we'd write about that. So you tell me. Christian Hardesty in the Streamlabs with that massive support. Fuck yeah, Christian. And on the eve of tax day, boy, do I need it. Thanks, Christian. Says, had a random question for you. Then I zoned out while my laptop was starting up, and now I can't remember. Don't care. Still love ya. Happy Sunday. Let me know if you remember, Christian. That fucking happens to me all the time. I started keeping down. The second I think of things, I now write them down in my notepad because I'm like, if I am high, I'm not going to remember this. If I get busy, I'm not going to remember this. If I just space out, I'm not going to fucking remember this. So the second I think about like, okay, I have this question I want to ask or whatever, just write that shit in my notepad on my phone, because sometimes it's there 1 second and the next second it's gone. My mom used to always say the most annoying fucking thing to me, which I'm sure is true, but was really annoying. She would say, if you can't remember it, it probably wasn't that important. And I was like, well, how do you know that? If I can't remember it, then we don't know if it was fucking important. But that's what she would always say. If you can't remember it, probably wasn't that important. So I'm not saying, Christian, that it wasn't important, but I don't know. My mom was a pretty fucking smart lady. So maybe she's right. Maybe she's right. Or maybe you'll think of it in the next few minutes as we are here for Live at the Roxy. Anybody else with those questions, comments, concerns, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, the super chat. For the last few minutes, I want to make sure that we get to everybody. Not everybody right now can financially contribute. So if you can, I really appreciate you asking in the Streamlabs, and I will prioritize those, but I want to get to everybody. So in the chat, if you think of something just in the regular chat, if you have a question that you're like, I really could use help on this thing or whatever it is, then then chat it in, and I will do my best to get to all of your stuff. Also, Brittany Parker saying it's Stacey Howard's birthday. I know. I fucking love Stacey. She's a really, really good girl. She's really fucking cool. Stacey Howard's the shit. Everybody wish her a happy birthday. A lot of birthdays recently. A lot of birthdays. I don't know if there's ever actually more birthdays than other birthdays, but for some reason this week feels like a lot of birthdays. My brother's birthday is on the 18th. My writing partner, one of my best friends, Sarah's birthday is on the 22nd. It was just a lot of rock stars' birthdays. Birthday after birthday. Leonard Kim in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer says, who are your top 3 favorite Boston athletes? Played for Boston, not born in Boston. Oh, fuck. I really don't know. Oh, God. This is such a hard question. Bill Russell, Tom Brady, Poppy? Maybe Poppy? But that's, I don't know. Those were the first 3 that I thought of. But that's, oh, God. I mean, Larry. I was fucking obsessed with Antoine Walker back in the day and Paul Pierce. I was my number one growing up were the Celtics. I loved Gronk. Yeah, that's tough. But those were the first 3 I had thought of. So I guess Jake says I could have gone the rest of the weekend without hearing Tom Brady's name. Jake, I can't make you go a whole weekend without hearing his name. Ted Williams, says Manny. And, well, I drive through his tunnel all the time. All the fucking time. Let's see what other questions you guys have before we get out of here. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer in the super chat or right here in the chat. Questions, comments, concerns. Andrew says Tom Brady still counts. He left the Patriots. Totally. I mean, 1000%. What are you going to not call him a Boston athlete? You won 6 Super Bowls. Are you kidding me? You don't have to be here your whole career. What, just because Shaq ended up on the Celtics, he's not an LA athlete? You know, that's not how it works, Andrew. Once a Patriot for 20 years, always a Patriot. I wonder what my brother would answer to that question. Maybe we should ask him. Should we have him on for his birthday? Would that be fun? Maybe that would be cool. Who knows? I got to ask him what he's doing that day. I know the Celtics are playing them, but we do not know what time. And for sure, he texted me. I was like, what are you doing for your birthday? He's like, going out to dinner. Unless it's when the Celtics are playing, and then I'm canceling. I was like, that's funny. Oh, you guys all said yes. Do you guys like when my brother comes on? See, Evan said yes. Glenn said yes. Andrew says yes. John says more Jets, fine by me. Jake says, hell yeah. Jet, bring Jet on. Brittany says if he wants to, absolutely love Jet. Joseph Asher says Brady went to Celtics, but still Lakers. What? Brady went to Celtics, but still Lakers? I think you're mixing up your sports, my dear. Right now and later says yes. Wait, Pink Sweets, what's OFC mean? Of fucking course? Or did I make that up? John loves the family dynamic. I appreciate that. Does anybody have any other questions, comments, concerns before we get out of here? I would love to hear from you guys during this AMA. We'll see what other news we're talking about tomorrow, but I do try to do one of these a week just to make sure that you guys have a place to really ask, talk, consider, contribute, whatever. C. Lou says, what did I miss? Well, you missed about 44 minutes. But the good thing about YouTube is that you can always watch back. Helsing says, your brother is great, and I like when he thinks you're making shit up. I don't like that. But hey, bring him on anyway, which shows that I'm willing to hear him out. I heard Patriots, so let me say, love the Patriots. Yes, I agree. One of these days, you got to do a daily routine vid. Yeah, George, it's just like my every day is so different, but that would be cool. Okay, I like a fucking course better, says Evan. What does it actually stand for? Of Pink Sweets just says, of course. Huh. Of course just stands for, OFC just stands for of course. But why not just OC then? Maybe just I don't know. Pink Sweet says he has wrong opinions, but we still love Jet. That's so true. He does have wrong opinions. It's very, very true. So Joker says, what color would you dye your hair other than blonde or brunette? I've been wanting, you guys know I was pink for a while. I've wanted to go red for so long. It's just hard because my reel is I'm all blonde. My headshots, I'm blonde. It's hard for career-wise stuff. And I also love being a blonde right now, but I really want to go red. I think that would be so much fun. Manny, my brother's birthday is the 18th. So in 2 days from today, which would be, what is that, Tuesday? I can do quick math. Streamlabs.com/RoxyStryer. Christian Hardesty again. Fuck yeah. Says, I don't know if this was my original question or not, but I did remember wanting to ask this. Everyone I know says that things start going downhill after turning 25. Is this true? Hoping not, since I turned 25 in about a week. I don't think I know well enough, because the thing is, Christian, this year has been the hardest years of my life were when I was 20 and when I was 29. So I don't know, because 20 was really fucking hard and 29 has been miserable. Just the last year of my 20s, I'm like, get me the fuck out. But I don't know if it goes downhill, because I'm hoping it's all uphill from here. And I definitely think that most people say that their best years are their 30s and their 40s. So I don't think so. I think being 25, you got a lot of other shit. But the fuck do I know? I'll know more at the end of my life. Paul Tutillo says, I will welcome you to my country, Ecuador, whenever, wherever you want. Thank you. I would love to go. I've always wanted to go. I don't even know why. Just since I was a kid, that was just somewhere that I always wanted to go. By the way, to Christian, happy almost 25th. I'm telling you guys, there's a ton of birthdays that are coming through. John Bainbridge says, my 30s were okay. 40s haven't been great so far, but last year was a write-off, totally. But John, do you think it's downhill after 25? Joseph says 30 isn't that bad. You guys don't give me a lot of hope. You're not saying the things that I need you to say. Brittany Parker says, definitely not, Christian. It's still a struggle because life, but there are definitely perks to getting older. Okay, cool. That's better, Brittany. You did a better job. I appreciate that. My 30s are good so far, says Andrew. Woohoo. Pink Sweet says, your future husband is in Ecuador. You think? Damn. Silu says, I like my 30s better. That's great. John Get Bent says, I'm 32, but I have always felt old. My friends were always older than me growing up. And then John Bainbridge says, not downhill, but not as much fun, maybe. Melissa Burns says, 30 is the new 21. Jake says, found a career in my 30s, so I can't complain. Sir Joker says, wisdom. Evan Hooker says, turning 30 was scary, and then I instantly got over it. Helsing says, I'm 38, and my 30s are so far very great. That's awesome. Christian says, loving this feedback. Thanks, rock stars. Woo! Star says, still in my 20s. Yay! Laugh my ass off. I can't believe that I am 58 days at this point, I think, away from turning 30. My last year of my 20s, I got fucking robbed. Robbed, I say. Robbed. All right, let's get out of here. I'll see you guys tonight for Live at the Roxy. Hopefully the hangover will be gone by then. But if it's not, Hair of the Dog will make sure it gets me through. That's going to be 7 o'clock. Don't forget to check it out. Thank you guys for this AMA. Thank you for helping me with tax season. Tomorrow we'll do one final last push for the taxes before we start trying to work up for something else. I'm now going to be on a quarterly plan. So I owe all of my last year's taxes tomorrow, but then I owe my first quarter and second quarter combined because I missed the first quarter on June 15th. So it just never fucking stops. Much love to all of you guys. I appreciate you. Don't forget, make your bed. Hopefully you have already. Secret, I haven't yet today. I'm going to go do it now. I didn't make my bed this morning. I know it's fucked up. I will right now. Also, put down the toilet seat and lid. You don't want those flumes. Fuck those flumes. Am I right? Don't try with the Holocaust. And if you do, don't fucking at me, especially not today. I know I'm preaching to the choir. Brett Miles, Jonathan, arrest the cops who killed Breonna Taylor. All 3 of them for killing Breonna Taylor. Check your internet. Blow on it if you have to. I'll see you guys all tonight. You guys are all like, what? No bed? I'm going to go make it right now. I just haven't yet. I know. I do it every day. But I just kept getting in it today. I was working from there and I just kept getting under the covers. I had like kind of made it. Then I got in it and then I kind of made it. And I got in it. I'm going to do it now. I swear. I know. It's crazy. It's fucked up. Much love to all of you guys. Stay safe. Stay sane. Okay. We're going to try it again. Much love to all of you guys. Stay safe, stay sane. It's a tricky one sometimes, Rox. I'll see you tonight for the World Girls and tomorrow live with Roxy.